Imagine a city that considered itself untouchable, an imposing metropolis surrounded by colossal walls and filled with unimaginable riches. Nineveh, the capital of the most feared empire of its time, thrived in excess, corruption, and oppression. Its kings saw themselves as gods. Its priests offered sacrifices to stone idols, and its armies crushed entire nations without mercy. But then came the warning. Nahum, a prophet unknown to many, appeared in the streets of Nineveh proclaiming words that few would dare to speak. His voice cut through the air like a blade. The city will fall, its gold will be plundered, its strongholds will collapse. God's judgment is near. But who would believe such a thing? Nineveh was impenetrable. It was eternal, or at least that's what its inhabitants thought. However, something began to change. Strange signs appeared. The river that gave life to the city started to rebel. The sky darkened, disturbing dreams haunted the king, and then came the hidden truth, a secret buried beneath Nineveh's foundations, a sin so ancient and deep that even its rulers dared not speak of it. What lay behind Nahum's prophecy? How was the most powerful city on earth reduced to ruins? And what lesson does this event hold for us today? Join us as we explore how the prophecy of Nahum became a symbol of divine justice, revealing the fate of Nineveh and God's sovereignty over the nations. In the vastness of ancient Mesopotamia, where the winds swept over the hills and the Tigris and Euphrates rivers meandered like the earth's pulsing veins, Nahum was born, a man whose name meant consolation, yet whose life would be marked by pain and the weight of a dark secret. From an early age, his presence seemed to carry a silent mystery, as if the very land knew he was destined for something greater than his own understanding. He was the son of Eliab, a righteous man feared for his knowledge of the scriptures, and Miriam, a woman of kind soul whose gaze carried a hidden sorrow. His people, the Israelites, lived under the oppression of pagan kingdoms, but also feared the wrath of God himself, who had sent prophets time and again to warn them of their sins. The history of the people was filled with cycles of obedience and rebellion, blessings and punishments, and Nahum grew up hearing tales of glorious times and periods of suffering. From an early age, his father's words sounded like omens. Eliab spoke with reverence and fear about those chosen by God to carry his message. He knew that the divine calling was never a light burden. Son, the word of the Lord weighs heavily upon those who bear it. If he ever calls you, obey, even if it hurts. Young Nahum did not fully understand the meaning of these words, but something in them always sent chills down his spine. Still a child, he began to excel as a scribe, transcribing sacred texts for elders and religious leaders. His fingers knew well the weight of the scrolls, and his hands became swift in shaping each word with precision. Yet, despite his skill and the respect he earned, there was a restlessness within him that he could not explain. Something burned in his chest, a silent fire that could not be extinguished. Years passed, and the name of Nineveh began to resurface in hushed conversations among the elders. The grand city, once spared by God's mercy, had returned to its wickedness. Gold flowed through its palaces, but so did blood. Its kings indulged in lust and power. Its priests offered human sacrifices in dark temples, and the righteous were persecuted. The people who had once repented now laughed at divine kindness, mocking the warnings of ancient prophets. Then came the whispers. At first, Nahum thought they were merely echoes of the wind or fragments of meaningless dreams. But night after night, they grew more intense. Words in languages he did not know resonated in his ears as he slept. Soon the words became images. He saw Nineveh engulfed in flames, its towers collapsing, the screams of its inhabitants echoing in the darkened sky. He saw rivers of blood snaking through the stone streets. He saw children weeping. He saw the despair of a doomed city. In the final vision, it was not just images. A voice, deep and undeniable, shattered the silence of his soul. "Rise, Nahum, cry out against this city, for its end is sealed." He awoke with a start, drenched in cold sweat. His heart pounded in his chest, his hands trembled. He tried to speak, but no words came out. The room around him seemed transformed, as if it still carried the remnants of that overwhelming presence. Something inside him had changed forever. What did these visions mean? Could he ignore them? Would he have the courage to proclaim what had been revealed to him? Nahum did not sleep that night. After the vision, his body remained restless, as if the very ground beneath his feet had become unstable. He knew he could not ignore the call. What he had seen was not a product of his imagination. The voice he had heard was no mere delirium. It was a decree. At dawn he rose, dressed in his simplest tunic, and set out. His feet moved by instinct, for his heart still hesitated. How could a mere scribe stand against such a powerful city? Nineveh was feared throughout the region. Its kings considered themselves gods, and its armies swept away entire nations. But Nahum remembered his father's words. If God called, the only acceptable response was obedience. Passing through the city's gates, he felt the overwhelming grandeur of Nineveh. Its colossal walls stood like the bones of a fallen titan. Its wide streets teemed with merchants, soldiers, and citizens intoxicated by the pleasures of the day. The air was heavy with the scent of burning incense in the temples, mixed with the aroma of roasted meat from the endless feasts. He advanced to the central square, where street preachers and performers gathered to entertain the crowd. Taking a deep breath, he summoned his courage and began to speak. "Nineveh, city of wickedness and blood, the Lord God has seen your deeds, and your evil has risen to the heavens. Repent, for great is your guilt. The judgment of God will come upon you like fire, and none shall escape." At first, no one paid him any attention. Passers-by hurried along, absorbed in their daily routines. A group of young men laughed, mocking his firm voice and dust-covered garments. A drunken man threw a piece of stale bread at Nahum's feet. "Another lunatic. How many more prophets will come to curse us?" A fat merchant laughed. "They say that once a man named Jonah preached repentance to us, and look, we're still here. Nineveh will never fall," added an old priest, spitting on the ground. But Nahum was undeterred. His chest burned with an uncontrollable zeal. He raised his voice, denouncing the profane temples, the corrupt judges, and the sacrifices of the innocent on the altars of idols. The tone of his preaching soon caught attention. Some people stopped to listen, their faces marked by doubt. Word spread quickly. Soon, whispers of the new prophet reached the ears of the nobles, the priests, and finally, the king of Nineveh himself. The monarch, a man with a stern gaze and a well-groomed beard, listened to his counselor's report while feasting in his golden chamber. "Your Majesty, there is a man in the market, a Hebrew, named Nahum. He cries out against the city. He says his God will bring destruction upon Nineveh." The king raised an eyebrow, uninterested. How many like him have come before? How many have cursed our walls and sworn our downfall? This one is different, my lord. He does not ask for gold. He does not ask for food. He speaks with the conviction of a man who has already seen the end. And there is something else. The king lifted his eyes, now paying attention. What? The counselor hesitated before continuing. Your Majesty, a long time ago, when I was still a child, I remember a dream that my grandfather, the royal priest, interpreted for your family. He said that one day a man in humble garments would arise, and his voice would echo like thunder before the fall of the city. The king fell silent. A discomfort grew within him, a fragment of memory long forgotten, now resurfaced. Order my guards to watch this prophet, he said finally. I want to know everything about him. If he brings only confusion, eliminate him. But if it is something more... The king did not finish his sentence. He leaned back on his throne, staring into the void, while Nahum's words began to echo in his mind. In the square, under the watchful eyes of hidden guards, Nahum continued to preach, but he did not yet know that soon he would be summoned before the most powerful man in Nineveh. The moon was rising on the horizon when Nahum was dragged into a narrow alley, his sandals scraping against the cold stones. The impact against the wall knocked the breath out of him for a moment, but he remained firm. In front of him, a hooded figure loomed in the shadows, eyes sharp, hand resting on the hilt of a dagger. You should flee while you still can, prophet. The voice was deep but not hostile. Nahum dusted off his tunic and lifted his gaze, meeting the strangers, eyes with calm determination. Flee! Those who flee are the ones who fear the truth. The man hesitated. For a moment, he seemed to consider whether he should stay or vanish into the shadows. You don't understand. Nineveh is not just a corrupt city. It is not just powerful. There is something alive in its foundations, something that should never be disturbed. Nahum did not look away. That statement had piqued his interest. And you? He asked calmly. If you know this, why are you here? Why do you care? The stranger took a deep breath and then pulled back his hood, revealing a young face marked by unease. My name is Malik, he said, watching the prophet with a mix of fear and curiosity. I serve in the king's temple as a scribe. I know the city's records, I know its laws, and I know that somewhere there are buried secrets that no one dares to mention. Nahum crossed his arms. Then you already know Nineveh's fate, Malik. Averted his eyes as if trying to avoid that truth. I have heard stories about ancient kings who made pacts, about temples built upon the bones of the innocent. There are caves beneath the palace, passages no one dares to explore, records that were erased from the clay tablets as if they had never existed. Nahum took a step forward, his voice carrying a prophetic weight. And have you never wondered, what exactly lies buried beneath this city? A chill ran down Malik's spine. Everything he had learned since childhood told him that Nineveh was indestructible, an empire built to last for all eternity. But something inside him, an instinct he could not ignore, screamed that Nahum was telling the truth. If you know something, Malik, now is the time to speak. The scribe hesitated. He stood at the edge of an invisible abyss. Until now, his suspicions had only been shadows, fragments of ancient rumors. But if he decided to seek the truth, there would be no turning back. The silence between them was suddenly interrupted by a distant scream. Malik immediately turned, his heart pounding. What was that? Nahum remained still, watching him intently. Another scream echoed, this time closer, rising from the depths of the city. Malik held his breath. He had never heard a sound like that before. It was not a battle cry, nor the wail of a prisoner. It was something deeper, something that carried an ancient anguish, as if something had been waiting a long time to be set free. Something was awakening beneath Nineveh. Before we continue, we ask for your support. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video to bless us and help spread these Bible stories. Now let's continue with the prophecy of Nahum. Malik walked through the streets of Nineveh, his mind in turmoil. Nahum's warning still echoed in his thoughts, and that strange scream from the previous night would not leave his head. Something was wrong. Something was about to change. The scribe made his way to the oldest part of the city, where an elder named Harith lived. He was one of the last righteous men in Nineveh, a survivor of purer times, who had distanced himself from the corruption that had consumed the people. It was said that in his youth, he had served in the king's temple, but had abandoned his position after discovering truths too dark to be ignored. Upon reaching Harith's humble dwelling, Malik knocked on the worn wooden door. "Come in, my son." The elder's voice was weak but firm. Malik obeyed and found himself before a man bent by time, with a long beard and eyes that seemed to see beyond flesh. The room was simple, with scrolls scattered across a rough table and a flickering lamp casting dancing shadows on the walls. "I knew you would come," Harith said without looking at him. Malik hesitated. "You knew?" The elder slowly nodded. "Darkness is moving, Malik. Nahum's warning was not the first, and I fear it will not be the last. But there is something you must understand before taking the next step." Malik shivered. "What is it?" Harith struggled to his feet and walked to an ancient chest. With trembling hands, he opened it and retrieved a scroll wrapped in red cloth. The temple priests hide records that the king has forbidden to be read. These are ancient accounts, older than Nineveh itself, revealing the truth of its foundation. Malik took the scroll, feeling the weight of the secret it carried. "What do they say?" Harith met his gaze, his eyes filled with deep sorrow. That Nineveh was not built by men alone, but by something far older, something that demanded a terrible price to grant the king the empire he desired. Malik's heart pounded. "What price?" Harith took a deep breath before answering. "Innocent blood." A heavy silence fell upon the room. Malik felt his legs weaken. "That means—" "Yes," Harith said. "The city's foundations were sealed with sacrifices. What lies buried beneath us is still alive, Malik, and it is waiting." The scribe ran a hand over his face. He felt his own fate shifting before him. If Harith's words were true, then Nineveh was doomed in a way no one could have imagined. The old man gripped his shoulder with surprising strength. "If you seek the truth, you must go to the temple. There are more records hidden beneath the main altar. But be careful, Malik. The priests will not allow a man like you to uncover what they have spent centuries trying to bury." Malik took a deep breath, feeling the tension rise in his chest. He stood before an impossible choice: ignore what he had discovered and live in safety or risk, exposing a secret that could seal his fate. Outside, the wind howled through the empty streets, and then, in the distance, another scream tore through. The night, deep, inhuman, coming from the very heart of Nineveh's temple. Restlessness grew in Nineveh like a storm about to break upon the city. Nahum's words, once ignored or ridiculed, began to find shelter in the hearts of the fearful. Some citizens whispered about the ancient warnings of the prophets, while others mocked them, indulging even more in corruption and luxury. But not everyone remained indifferent. In the grand royal palace, a man listened intently to the rumors, his fury barely contained. The king of Nineveh, seated on his ebony and gold throne, the monarch's fingers drummed impatiently against the sculpted armrest of his chair. Before him, priests and advisors cowered, fearing the wrath that gathered like thunder about to roar. "Who is this man who speaks against great Nineveh?" The king's voice boomed through the royal chamber. "His name is Nahum, Majesty," a priest responded, his head bowed in submission. "He claims our city will be destroyed by the wrath of his God." "And the people, are they listening?" The advisors hesitated. Then one of the royal generals stepped forward. "Some still laugh at him, but there are those who are beginning to fear, and he is not alone, my king. There is a scribe named Malik who asks too many questions, and the old Harith who has always murmured about ancient times. Both seem to be tied to this threat." The king's eyes narrowed. "Then we will put an end to this now. I order Nahum to be captured immediately, and as for the other two, kill them before dawn." As the guards swept through the city in search of their prey, Malik and Harith sat in the elder's house whispering urgently. "They will come for us," Malik said, his voice low and tense. "The king cannot allow doubt to spread among his people." Harith sighed, running a trembling hand through his gray beard. "I always knew this day would come, but now there is no time for hesitation. We must leave." Before they could move, a noise outside made them freeze. The metallic sound of spears clashing against armor, heavy footsteps echoing over the beaten earth. "By the heavens," Malik murmured, "they're already here." There was no exit through the back. The streets were watched. The only path led into the night under the watchful eyes of the king's men. Harith looked at Malik and gripped his shoulder. "Listen to me, boy. There is something greater at stake here. You must survive. You must find the answers." "But where can we go?" The old man took a deep breath and whispered, "To the temple." Malik hesitated. That place was the heart of Nineveh's corruption, but it was also the only place where they might find the proof they needed. There was no choice. Suddenly, the crash of the door being broken down echoed through the house. "Run!" They darted through a side passage, vanishing into the darkness of the alleys. The voices of the soldiers pursued them, spears clanking as they ran. Malik's heart pounded in his chest, and then he realized something terrible. They were not just fleeing, they were being hunted. The night enveloped them like a heavy veil as Malik and Harith moved through the narrow alleys of Nineveh. The air was thick, filled with the city's scent, a mixture of smoke, spices, and something rotten lurking in the forgotten corners. Their footsteps were quick but careful. Any noise too loud could draw the unwanted attention of the guards patrolling the streets in search of Nahum and anyone daring to defy the king. Harith remained firm, his eyes sharp, scanning every shadow around them. He knew the city like few. Others, and his calloused hands, had traced these same stone walls in times past when the persecution of the righteous was not yet so fierce. Malik, on the other hand, felt his heart pounding in his chest. He was not a warrior nor a prophet. He was a scribe, a man accustomed to recording history, not living it. Yet here he was, racing against time to uncover a truth buried for generations. The temple loomed ahead, imposing even under the cloak of night. Its massive columns stood like silent sentinels, guarding the secrets the priests so desperately protected. Malik hesitated as he gazed upon the doors, carved with ancient symbols. No one was permitted to enter after sunset, much less to search. Through forbidden records, Harith placed a firm hand on his shoulder. "If there is a time to fear, it is now," the elder whispered. "But if there is a time to act, it is this moment." Taking a deep breath, Malik nodded. They moved to the side of the temple, where a small passage lay hidden among the rocks. It was an entrance known to few, once used by scribes and servants to transport scrolls without disturbing sacred ceremonies. The darkness inside the temple was absolute, but Harith seemed to know exactly where to step. They walked in silence through a narrow corridor, its walls covered in ancient inscriptions. The scent of aged scrolls and extinguished candles filled the air, mingled with the metallic tang of incense still lingering. Malik found an unlit torch in an iron holder and ignited it with the embers of a nearby altar. The flickering light revealed towering shelves filled with scrolls and clay tablets recounting the deeds of kings and their gods. "What exactly are we looking for?" Malik murmured, his eyes scanning the records. Harith did not answer immediately. Instead, he pulled a stone tablet from the shelf and examined it in the dim glow. "Something that proves Nahum speaks the truth," he finally said. "Something that shows Nineveh's doom is not just the delusion of a prophet, but a sentence sealed by its own past sins." They searched the records for long minutes, flipping through papyri, running their fingers over words carefully etched into clay. Most spoke of battles, alliances, promises made and broken. But then, on a hidden shelf at the back of the room, Harith found a scroll sealed with golden wax. A chill ran down Malik's spine at the sight of the royal emblem imprinted in the wax. Only the most critical decrees of the king's lineage were protected in such a way. The elder carefully broke the seal, unrolling the parchment with trembling hands. Their eyes scanned the dark inked lines, and as they read, Malik felt the blood in his veins turn to ice. The document spoke of a heinous crime, a betrayal against an entire people. It revealed that the ancestors of the king had spilled innocent blood to found Nineveh upon forgotten bones. "This is the reason for God's wrath," Harith murmured, his voice heavy with sorrow. "The foundation of this city is a hidden grave." Before they could fully grasp the weight of their discovery, a noise shattered the silence. Urgent footsteps echoed through the stone corridor, followed by the metallic sound of unsheathing swords. Someone had found them. Malik instinctively extinguished the torch, plunging them into total darkness. Harith grabbed his arm, guiding him to a corner of the room as the footsteps drew closer. Voices whispered commands, and the flickering glow of torches began to invade the chamber. Malik held his breath. The scroll was still in his hands, its edges crumpled from his trembling fingers. He knew that if they were captured, there would be no mercy for either of them, and then the door burst open. The cell where Nahum had been thrown was cold and damp, with stone walls that seemed to breathe under the weight of forgotten history. The prophet was chained, yet his spirit remained unshaken. He felt the oppression of the place, the stench of death ingrained in the walls, but his lips never ceased proclaiming the truth. Shadows danced in the dim torchlight illuminating the palace corridors, and each of his words echoed like thunder in the ears of the guards watching over his imprisonment. "Nineveh will fall," he cried, "like leaves carried by the wind. Your riches will scatter, your walls will be torn down, your rivers will turn against you. The very God has declared your end, and nothing can stop what is to come." The guards exchanged uneasy glances. They had witnessed many prisoners mumbling in despair, but this man spoke with terrifying certainty. Even in chains, he seemed to be the only one there who was truly free. In the royal hall, the king paced back and forth. The weight of his crown seemed to press down upon his head, making his thoughts heavy as lead. Nahum was just a man, a wandering prophet, and yet his words would not leave the monarch's mind. He tried to ignore them, but something inside him burned, a restlessness that grew night after night, and then came the nightmares. In the depths of his sleep, the king saw himself standing before a city in flames. The air was filled with screams, with a desperate wailing that echoed like a funeral dirge. The streets of Nineveh crumbled under a violent tremor, and the waters of the Tigris River rose like living walls, swallowing everything in their path. The sky was black, torn by red lightning like blood. Amid the destruction, he saw a shadow emerge, a man in simple garments, but whose gaze burned like fire. "The city has been judged," the figure said, "and the sentence has been sealed." The king awoke in a sweat, his heart pounding in his chest. For days, he tried to push the images away, refusing to accept that they were anything more than the delusions of an exhausted mind. But the nightmares returned every night, more vivid, more real. In desperation, he summoned his priests. They arrived in haste, their heavy robes dragging across the palace's marble floor. The eldest among them stepped forward, bowing before the throne. "Majesty, your distress troubles us. What do you wish of us?" The king ran his trembling hands over his face before meeting their gaze. "My dreams, they will not cease," he admitted, his voice laden with weariness. "I want you to interpret their meaning." The priests exchanged discreet glances. The king was not a man who often displayed weakness. If he was disturbed enough to seek help, then the root of his torment must have been deep. The eldest priest bowed his head and responded cautiously, "We must know, Majesty. In your dreams, is there any sign of the gods? Any vision we may decipher?" The king hesitated for a moment before speaking. "There is a man," he murmured, "man who speaks in the name of a God who is not ours. He proclaims the destruction of Nineveh, and then I see the city fall. I see fire and waters devouring everything. I see ruin." The hall fell into silence. None of the priests dared to speak immediately. They knew well the legends, the ancient records hidden in the temple's recesses. The king was never meant to know the truth buried within the very foundations of his city. At last, one of the younger priests cleared his throat and leaned forward. "Majesty, dreams are merely echoes of the mind," he said, forcing a reassuring tone. "There is no reason for distress. Nineveh is strong, its glory is eternal." But the words did not convince the king. Something inside him told him these were not just dreams. That night, instead of resting, he ordered a select group of men to watch over Nahum in his cell. He wanted to hear every word that left the prophet's mouth. Little did he know that elsewhere in the city, Malik and Harith were about to reveal a secret that would change everything. And so, the truth hidden for generations was about to come to light. The alleys of Nineveh were labyrinths of shadows and whispers, where ancient secrets slept beneath the weight of stones worn by time. Malik and Harith moved cautiously, their eyes scanning every corner, alert to any suspicious movement. Since their escape from the temple, they knew they were being hunted. The king would not allow those records to come to light. Guided by a name found among the ancient documents, they arrived at a forgotten district of the city where the buildings were fragile and the silence felt heavier than the air. Harith glanced around, uncertain. "Are you sure this is the place?" he whispered. Malik nodded, knocking softly on the door of a house made of wood and stone. It took a few moments, but a weary voice came from the other side. "Who is it?" "We seek answers," Malik replied, trying to contain his anxiety. "Answers about what happened long ago." The door creaked as it opened slightly, revealing an elderly woman, her face marked by wrinkles that told stories of pain and resilience. Her eyes, however, still held the gleam of someone who knew more than they let on. "Come in," she said, watching them closely before closing the door behind them. The house's interior was modest, with few furnishings and an unlit fireplace. Harith looked around uneasily while Malik gathered the courage to speak. "We found records in the temple," he began. "Ancient documents that speak of a crime committed by the king's ancestors. We want to know the truth." The woman took a deep breath and sat down, her fingers intertwined in her lap. "You are fools for coming here with such questions," she murmured. "But perhaps it is time for the truth to be told." She leaned forward, her voice now a thread of lament. "Many years ago, when Nineveh was not yet so powerful, there was a royal lineage different from the one that rules today. The old king ruled with justice, but his rivals feared him. He was betrayed by his own men, and his family was massacred. Only a child survived. Hidden among the servants, Harith felt a chill run down his spine. "That child was you?" The woman nodded slowly. "I grew up in silence, listening to the whispers of the elders. I knew my blood was cursed by the new king. My name was erased, my story buried, but I never forgot." Malik's heart pounded in his chest. Everything made sense now. The current king ruled upon a throne of blood, usurping a right that was not his. The city's rightful lineage had been erased, and the atrocities committed to securing this rule were buried alongside the documents that had nearly cost them their lives. Harith ran his hands over his face, feeling the weight of the revelation. "If this story is told, if the people find out, the rain will fall," the woman completed. Malik stood up, taking a deep breath. Now that the truth was before them, they had to decide what to do. If they revealed this secret, Nineveh would collapse and their lives would be at risk. But if they remained silent, they would be complicit in the lie that upheld a reign of darkness. Then they heard a noise outside, heavy footsteps, muffled voices. Someone had followed them. The decision had to be made now, or they might never have another chance. The silence inside the house was shattered by the sound of boots crushing the gravel outside. A shiver ran down Malik's spine, and Harith, his face tense, placed a hand on the hilt of the dagger strapped to his belt. The woman who had sheltered them closed her eyes, her expression filled with resignation. "They found us," she murmured, her voice trembling. Malik cautiously stepped toward the window and peeked through a crack in the weathered wood. In the narrow alley leading to the house, armed shadows moved silently, surrounding the building, like wolves hunting their prey. Their hearts pounded in their chests. There was nowhere to run. Harith gripped Malik's shoulder tightly. "We must decide now. Either we escape and try to reveal the truth, or we fall here, burying everything with us." Malik swallowed hard. Harith's words were harsh but true. They held in their hands something that could shake the foundations of the kingdom, and the king knew it. The silence was suddenly broken by the crash of the door, splintering apart. Wood shattered in all directions as soldiers stormed into the room, swords drawn and eyes cold. The woman shrank against the wall, her face pale with fear. "By decree of the king, you are under arrest for treason," one of the guards bellowed, his voice echoing like thunder. Malik tried to react, but strong hands seized him, slamming him to the ground. Harith, more experienced, fought fiercely, taking down 2 soldiers before a brutal strike to the back of his head sent him collapsing, motionless. Malik spat blood as he was restrained, his face pressed against the rough wooden planks. The soldiers hauled him up forcefully, dragging him outside. His mind swirled with despair. Had they failed? Would everything end here before they could reveal the truth? Then Malik saw a figure standing among the soldiers. A jolt of shock coursed through him like a frozen blade. "You," he whispered, his voice barely audible. The man before him was someone he never expected to see, standing with his enemies. A friend, an ally. Malik's heart clenched as the meaning of the betrayal dawned on him. The traitor stepped forward, his gaze unreadable, but Malik noticed a flicker of hesitation. "Forgive me, Malik, but the truth must die with you." Malik tried to struggle, but the bindings held him firm. The traitor drew his blade, pressing it against Malik's throat. The cold steel against his skin was the last thing he felt before darkness consumed him. Pain was the first thing Malik felt as he regained consciousness, a dull, pounding ache in his head, as if it were about to explode. The scent of rust and dampness filled his nostrils, mingling with the stench of sweat and dried blood. He blinked, trying to make sense of where he was, but all around him was darkness and cold stone. He tried to move, but his arms were restrained. Iron chains bit into his wrists, and he felt the warmth of blood trickling down his torn skin. The memory struck him like a blow. The escape, the attack, the traitor, Harith. His heart pounded. He had to find him. With difficulty, he dragged himself across the rough floor of the cell, his muscles screaming in protest. His entire body ached, as if he had been mercilessly beaten before being thrown there. Then he saw him. Harith lay in the corner of the cell, his tunic stained with dust and blood. His posture was unnatural, his arms sprawled to the sides, his head slumped. Malik crawled toward him, ignoring the pain and his wounds. "Harith," he called, his voice hoarse, barely audible. No response, only the oppressive silence of the prison. He touched the elder's shoulder, feeling the cold skin beneath his fingers. His chest was still. No breath, no movement. Harith was dead. The weight of the truth struck Malik like a blow to the stomach. Harith, the last righteous man of Nineveh, the only one who still carried the true faith in that corrupted city. Now he was gone, and Malik was alone. A bitter taste rose in his throat. He closed his eyes for a moment, fighting against the despair. Then footsteps echoed down the stone corridor. The iron door groaned as it opened, and the light from the torches flooded the cell, making Malik squint. 2 guards entered, armed, their expressions unreadable, and behind them, draped in richly adorned robes, stood the king of Nineveh. The monarch gazed down at Malik as if assessing an animal about to be slaughtered. "You and that old man brought chaos to my city," he said, his voice deep and cold. "But now only you remain." Malik felt fury burning within him, but he forced himself to stay calm. "We did not bring the chaos. he replied with effort. "It was already here." The king frowned, his dark eyes glinting with a mix of curiosity and irritation. "Tell me, what do you and Nahum know?" Silence filled the air. Malik knew that a single wrong word could seal his fate even faster. He clenched his fists, feeling the metal of the chains biting deeper into his skin. Before the king could press further, a deafening sound echoed in the distance. The ground trembled beneath them, as if something was awakening from the depths of the earth. The guards exchanged uneasy glances. The king remained firm, but Malik noticed the tension in his shoulders. Another rumble sounded, but this time it did not come from the skies. It came from the ground. "What is happening?" one of the guards murmured, his voice unsteady. Malik lifted his gaze to the king. Despite his pain and exhaustion, a chill ran down his spine. He knew what this meant. "These are the signs," he murmured. "The judgment of Nineveh has begun." The king opened his mouth to respond, but another tremor made the walls shake. This time nothing could stop what was coming. The air in Nineveh grew heavy, filled with a putrid stench that spread through the streets and alleys. The first signs of the plague appeared at dawn. Healthy men awoke covered in black sores, their skin burning as if aflame from within. Children cried in agony, their mothers tore at their hair in despair, and the priests, once confident, now trembled before the calamity that had befallen the city. The marketplace, once vibrant and chaotic, was nearly deserted. The few merchants who dared to venture out covered their faces with cloth, but their restless eyes betrayed the truth. There was no safety anywhere. The bodies of the first dead began to pile up, and the poorest, with no other choice, cast them into the river, hoping to ward off the curse. But the waters, once crystal clear, turned murky and thick. Fish floated lifeless on the surface, and the stench of death hung over the shores. In the palace, the king marched furiously through the corridors, fists clenched, his tunic soaked in sweat. Fear was a silent enemy, gnawing at his certainties. The rumbling beneath the city, the trembling of the walls, and now this merciless plague. Were these divine punishments? He refused to believe it. It could not be. The gods of Nineveh had always demanded sacrifices, and the people had always given them. If something was wrong, then more offerings were needed. Gathering his priests, he ordered the temple altar to be bathed in blood. Oxen were slaughtered at the feet of the statues, the scent of incense mixing with the warmth of fresh blood as it flowed down the sacred stairs. "We offer what we have most pure." And one of the priests cried out, raising his hands to the heavens, "Accept our tribute, O great gods, and turn your wrath away from Nineveh." But nothing happened. The plague advanced, relentless, and then came the thunder. The sky, once clear, darkened as if night had fallen too soon. Black clouds swirled over the city, blotting out the sun and turning day into shadow. The wind howled like an invisible army, toppling market stalls and tearing tiles from rooftops. The priests, who had once stood proudly atop the stairs, now lay prostrate on the ground, murmuring desperate prayers. The king, however, could not bow. He gritted his teeth, turned to his generals and declared, "If the gods demand more, we shall give them more." And then the order was given. Prisoners were dragged from the dungeons, men, women, children, those accused of theft, condemned for treason, even those who had simply displeased the powerful. Among them was Malik, brutally shoved out of his cell. He was dragged to the temple, where a crowd had gathered, eyes wide with horror. The sacrificial altar was ready, and the priests were already sharpening their ritual blades. The king raised his hand, silencing the crowd. Today, we offer the gods what is most precious. Today, we eradicate the evil that corrupts our city. His gaze locked onto Malik, and a dark smile curved his lips. And we begin with this one. Silence fell over the temple. Malik felt the pressure of the chains on his wrists, the roughness of the stone beneath his knees. But when he lifted his head, his eyes held no fear. They held certainty, because he knew what the king refused to admit. The wrath of the heavens could not be appeased with blood, and the end of Nineveh was already written. The cold altar pressed against Malik's knees as his wrists burned under the cruel grip of the chains. The sound of the priest's chants echoed through the temple, each verse rising like a spell to suffocate any hope of salvation. The king watched from above, his eyes blazing like embers, but Malik did not bow. One of the priests approached, holding a curved blade dagger. The metal gleamed under the torchlight, ready to cut through flesh and spill the blood that, according to them, would appease the gods. But before the blade could descend, the king raised a hand, halting the ritual. He still has something to say. Silence fell over the temple. Malik lifted his head, his breath ragged. "Tell me, prisoner." The king's voice rang out, firm but tinged with something deeper. "You and your friend were digging in the darkest corners of my city. You sought answers to questions that should never have been asked. Now, facing death, what do you have to tell me?" The crowd held its breath. The scent of blood and incense hung in the air. Malik ran his tongue over his dry lips and stared at the king without blinking. "We found what you fear." His voice was firm but low, forcing everyone to listen closely. "The crimes of your ancestors have not been forgotten. They lie beneath this city, buried alongside the screams of those who were once slaughtered." The king remained motionless. No words, no sign of surprise or indignation. Only a tense, suffocating silence. "You speak of sacrifices to appease the gods, but you forget that your bloodline has been cursed ever since your own kin was betrayed and slain. Nineveh is doomed not because of us, but because of what you have done." The priests exchanged uneasy glances. Murmurs spread through the crowd. The king then stepped forward, descending the altar's steps with slow, deliberate strides, like a predator stalking its prey. "Lies." His voice was low, almost a whisper, but heavy with restrained fury. Malik met his gaze, and for the first time he saw something different in the ruler's eyes. It wasn't just anger, it was fear. "You know it's true," Malik continued. "Your dreams are haunted because the souls of those who were silenced cry out for justice. The plague, the omens, the skies turning against you. All of this is not a punishment from the gods. It is the voice of truth, breaking through the earth where you tried to bury it." The king clenched his fists. Silence, but Malik did not stop. "You can kill as many as you want. You can sacrifice the innocent and try to drown the past in blood. But the truth always finds a way." The priests exchanged uncertain glances. The crowd stirred, their fear becoming palpable. The king sensed the danger and turned to the people, his face regaining its mask of authority. "This man is a liar," his voice thundered, "a traitor who seeks to sow chaos among us," but the trembling in his hands betrayed the terror consuming him from within. Malik had no need to say anything. More, the king was already condemned by his own conscience. The piercing wind roared through the walls of Nineveh, carrying with it dust, embers, and laments. The sky, once blue and imposing, was now a curtain of darkness and smoke, filled with lightning that illuminated the condemned city. Thunder rumbled, as if the heavens themselves were alive, enraged. Elijah, imprisoned in the temple, felt the stones vibrate beneath his feet. He closed his eyes for a moment, feeling the weight of destiny upon his shoulders. The priests, once imposing in their golden robes, now crawled before the altars, murmuring desperate prayers. The temple, once a symbol of power and glory, was now nothing more than a tomb, waiting to be sealed by divine wrath. Outside, the city writhed in chaos. Fires consumed the palaces, houses collapsed under the weight of an inevitable fate. The plazas echoed with the screams of the afflicted, running back and forth, carrying their children, their belongings, their hope reduced to ashes. At the top of the palace, King Joachim watched everything, his face pale, his eyes wide with horror. His hands trembled on the parapet, unable to grasp anything but fear. His advisors, those who once flattered him and called him the chosen of the gods, were now on their knees begging for mercy. "This is punishment," one of them murmured. "No, this is just a storm, a crisis that will pass." Joachim roared, but his voice was choked. Deep down, he knew. The judgment had arrived. The voice of Jonah echoed in his mind, like the city's own destruction whispering in his ears. "The city will bleed, for its poison has consumed the land. Its gold will be plundered, its people will suffer, and the power of kings will be as chaff in the wind." The walls, once thought to be invincible, trembled. Small cracks began to spread, as if the very foundation of the city was giving way under the weight of its sins. The ground shook violently. Elijah heard the distant crash of collapsing towers. Inside the temple, the guards tried to flee, knocking everything aside in their panic. Their swords fell to the ground, useless against the impending collapse. Elijah, still chained, pulled at his restraints, feeling the skin on his wrists tear. His heart pounded. The columns groaned as if crying out in agony. Outside, the people began turning against the palace. The hatred once silenced by oppression now burned like fire. "The king has betrayed us. He has brought this disaster upon us." A man shouted, his voice spreading among the rioters. "The blood of the innocent cries out for vengeance," another bellowed. The turmoil grew. The palace gates were surrounded by furious citizens, pressing against each other. Some held torches, others wielded work tools, makeshift spears, anything that could be used to bring down the royal doors. Inside the fortress, Joachim staggered, unable to believe what he was witnessing. He turned to his advisors seeking answers, but their faces were dark, empty. A deafening thunderclap tore through the heavens, followed by a bolt of lightning that struck one of the towers, reducing it to rubble in a cascade of sparks and dust. With every passing moment, Elijah felt the collapse drawing near. He pulled at the chains with all the strength he had left until the links gave way. The iron fell heavily to the ground, freeing him. His legs were weak, but he forced himself up, staggering toward the door. The temple was crumbling above his head, but he did not look back. He knew that Nineveh's fate was already sealed. The judgment of God was complete. Thunder rumbled like war drums in the darkened skies. The stench of smoke and blood clung to the streets. The once impenetrable walls now lay cracked, torn open like exposed wounds. The enemy army advanced, their banners swaying in the ash-laden wind. Elias stumbled through the wreckage, his lungs burning from the soot-filled air. Behind him, the agonized screams of Nineveh's citizens echoed, mingling with the clash of swords and the crackling of flames devouring the buildings. He felt the weight of fate pressing upon his shoulders. He knew this was the end. The palace, once a symbol of power and dominion, was now nothing more than a mausoleum awaiting the storm of judgment. Inside, Joachim gasped for breath, his eyes wide with terror. He looked around the royal hall, seeing the faces of those who once flattered him. Now they stood motionless, waiting for a miracle that would not come. "Where are my guards? Where is my escort?" he roared, but his voice no longer carried authority, only despair. One of the counselors, a thin man with a wrinkled face, lowered his head. "They fled, my lord." A chill ran down the king's spine. "Cowards! I am the king of Nineveh. I order them to protect their sovereign." But no one moved. The silence that followed was more deafening than the screams outside. The palace doors trembled as the first invaders crashed through the outer gates. The booming sound reverberated through the hall. Joachim stepped back, his eyes locked on the entrance. No, this cannot be. He turned and ran toward the back of the palace, his feet stumbling over the luxurious rugs now stained with dust and ashes. He needed to escape. He needed to find a way out. At the temple, Nahum watched everything from the top of the staircase. His gaze was serene yet resolute. He had prophesied this moment. Now he saw his prophecy fulfilled. Fire licked the golden pillars of the city. The statues of Nineveh's gods cracked and crumbled, their faces reduced to dust. The sky glowed with the light of the flames and lightning. It was a spectacle of divine destruction. Nahum closed his eyes for a moment, then murmured, "The truth will always come to light." Then, without anyone noticing, he vanished into the shadows, leaving behind a city that would never rise again. Joachim reached a secret passage behind the throne and slipped through a narrow corridor. Sweat dripped from his forehead, mixing with the soot. He stumbled but rose again, gasping. If he could reach the underground tunnels, he might still have a chance. But as he pushed open the door leading to freedom, he found a group of men waiting. For him, he froze. Their eyes were cold, devoid of any loyalty. Among them stood his own treasurer, a man he had believed to be a faithful servant. "And where do you think you're going, my lord?" The voice carried a cruel irony. We must flee," Joachim stammered. "We can still rebuild. I am still the king." The treasurer laughed. "King, Nineveh has fallen, Joachim. Your reign is over." Outside, the city was crumbling. The invading army pushed through the palace's last corridors, eliminating any remaining resistance. The king looked around, feeling cornered. "I can reward you. I have gold, land, riches." The treasurer stepped forward, drawing a dagger. "Your gold is worthless now. You betrayed your own city. Now it betrays you." Before Joachim could react, a sharp pain pierced his chest. He gasped, blood bubbling between his lips. His knees buckled as he fell. He heard the temple bells toll for the last time, announcing the end of the city he had once ruled. The walls of Nineveh collapsed. Judgment was complete. Thunder echoed like war drums in the darkened skies. The scent of smoke and blood filled the streets. The once impenetrable walls were now cracked, open like exposed wounds. The enemy army advanced, their banners swaying in the wind, heavy with ashes. The roar of the flames consuming the palaces and temples blended with the screams of those trying to flee. There was no salvation. Nineveh The great city had fallen. Elias stumbled through the debris, his lungs burning with the soot-filled air. Behind him, the agonized cries of the citizens echoed, mixed with the clash of swords and the crackling of flames devouring the buildings. Every step was an effort to survive the chaos. He had seen cities fall before, but never like this. Never. So brutally, so definitively. The fate of this land was sealed. He knew there was nowhere to run, yet he still clung to hope, as if he might find an escape where none existed. The palace, once a symbol of glory and dominion, was now a dying fortress. Inside, Joachim gasped for breath, his eyes wide with terror. Sweat dripped down his forehead as he scanned the royal hall, searching for allies, for support. But no one was there to save him. The nobles and advisors who had once flattered him now stood motionless, paralyzed by fear, waiting for a miracle that would not come. "Where are my guards? Where is my escort?" he bellowed. But his voice no longer carried authority, only desperation. One of the advisors, a thin man with a wrinkled face, lowered his head. "They fled, my lord." A chill ran down the king's spine. It couldn't be. He was still the ruler of Nineveh. How dared they abandon him? He clenched his fists, trying to suppress the rage and fear swelling in his chest. "Cowards! I am the king of Nineveh. I command you to defend your sovereign." But no one moved. The silence that followed was more deafening than any scream outside. Palace doors trembled as the first invaders struck the outer gates. The crash reverberated through the hall. Joachim stepped back, his gaze fixed on the entrance. He knew what was coming. The end was near. He turned and ran toward the back of the palace, his feet stumbling over the luxurious carpets now stained with dust and ash. Each step was a growing desperation. If he could reach the underground tunnels, perhaps he had a chance. Perhaps he could escape, gather forces, take revenge. At the temple, Nahum watched everything from the top of the staircase. His gaze was calm yet firm. He had prophesied this moment. Now he saw his prophecy fulfilled. The golden pillars of the temple were being devoured by fire. The statues of Nineveh's gods cracked and crumbled, their faces reduced to dust. The sky glowed with the light of flames and lightning. It was a spectacle of divine destruction. He closed his eyes for a moment and murmured something inaudible, then vanished into the shadows, leaving behind a city that would never rise again. Joachim reached a secret passage behind the throne and slipped into a narrow corridor. Sweat dripped down his forehead, mixing with the soot. He tripped but got up, gasping. If he could get out, if he could cross the tunnels, there was still a chance. But when he pushed the door that would lead him to freedom, he found a group of men waiting. For him, he froze. Their eyes were cold, devoid of any loyalty. Among them stood his own treasurer, a man he had believed to be a faithful servant. "Where do you think you're going, my lord?" The man's voice carried a cruel irony. We must flee," Joachim stammered. "We can still rebuild. I am still the king," the treasurer laughed. "King, Nineveh has fallen, Joachim. Your reign is over." The king looked around, feeling trapped. He tried to bargain, to cling to any shred of hope. "I can reward you. I have gold, land, riches." The treasurer stepped forward, drawing a dagger. "Your gold is worthless now. You betrayed your own city. Now it betrays you." Before Joachim could react, a sharp pain pierced his chest. He gasped, blood seeping between his lips, his knees buckled. He looked at his own hands, now stained red. He tried to speak, but no sound came out. As he fell, he heard the temple bells toll one last time, announcing the end of the city he once ruled. The sound was weak, muffled by the roar of the flames and the distant screams. Nineveh's walls collapsed. The judgment was complete. There would be no resurrection, no rebuilding, only ruins and dust carried away by the wind, as if the city had never existed. Elias, still running through the wreckage, paused for a moment and looked back. He saw the towers crumbling, the city's final cries fading into the air. He knew there would be no other dawn for Nineveh. Nahum watched from afar, his robe stained with soot and dust. He did not smile, did not celebrate. He simply turned and walked away. The city had met its fate, and then the dust settled. The fire consumed the last remnants, and great Nineveh, the city that had defied the heavens, became nothing but ashes. The story of Nineveh is not merely an account of destruction, but a timeless warning about the fate of those who ignore justice and righteousness. Nahum's prophecy was fulfilled not because the city was too great, but because it had become too corrupt. Pride and arrogance blinded its leaders. Injustice and cruelty became its foundation, and when the time of judgment arrived, there was no room left for mercy. Nahum's message goes beyond the ruined walls of Nineveh. It echoes in our own lives, in our daily choices, in how we treat others, and in how we handle power and responsibility. History teaches us that no human force, no matter how mighty it may seem, can escape the truth. Justice may appear delayed, but it is always fulfilled. How often do we behave like Nineveh, believing our actions will have no consequences? How many times do we ignore the warnings, persist in error, and seek security in fleeting things? The fall of the city was not just a historical event. It was a lesson on the transience of human glory and the inevitability of divine judgment. As we reflect on this story, we must ask ourselves, are we building our lives on pride and arrogance, like Nineveh? Or are we seeking truth and justice? As Nahum prophesied, arrogance always leads to ruin, but humility and repentance offer a path to hope. May we learn from Nineveh before it is too late. For time passes, empires fall, but the truth and justice of God remain eternal. If you enjoyed this story, 2 other videos of similar biblical stories will appear on your screen. Click to watch them. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. May God be with you.
Yonder is a city whose name will one day be known in the far places of the earth. Bethlehem of Judah. Generations have yet to pass before its star shall rise in the east. Much shall happen in these lands and be told. For nearby, across the Jordan, in the land of Moab, lives a people who of old have hated the God of Israel and who serve a God of stone, Chemosh. thirsty for the blood of the young and the innocent.
Yes? Are you giving her to be raised in the service of our God?
But you pay something.
Only when there is want.
Well, there is want, bad crops, sickness, can't feed my family.
Is she in good health?
Yes.
Not lame?
No.
No blemishes?
Of all my daughters, she is the strongest and the prettiest.
What is your name?
Ruth. Recite the prayer.
Chemosh is good. Chemosh is strong. He is the force of life, the bringer of victories, the shield against our enemies.
To one among you will soon come the greatest honor that can fall to a daughter of Chemosh. An endless honor, a glory forever. The high priest of all Moab will judge of you.
It is between the first and the third. This child, see that she is properly prepared.
What is this?
I've not seen it before.
She should not have been permitted to go before Lord Haddock. You know very well there must be no mark or blemish of any kind.
It was not there a moment ago.
Look! I have no blemishes.
Very well, take the other child.
My lady, it's going away. It's almost gone.
The high priest has chosen her to be sacrificed, and that is the end of it.
Day you pass from a life of learning about your God to a life of serving him. Your first duty will attach to our yearly ceremony of sacrifice. In this year of Chemosh, the child is Tabor. Among you shall be shared the honor of fitting her for immolation. Obey your rectress in all things.
You will return now to your chambers. crown, is it ready?
Your Beneficence.
This? This gross piece to be worn on the altar of Chemosh. It's heavy and dead. It lacks luster.
But it is wrought of the finest gold.
Have you no sense, old man? It needs glitter. It must be seen at the farthest reaches of the assemblage. It must flash when the sun strikes it.
With your leave, gracious lady, I designed this with what I understood you
Well,
wished.
no matter what you understood. The crown for this child must be radiant as though for the head of a queen.
Yes, but what I tried to do was
You were not engaged to try. You're unworthy of the honor of this work. Look. Look how graceful this is and how earthbound the other.
But that, Your Beneficence, I designed for a bride. It is for feasting and joy. It celebrates life, whilst the other is to be worn in death.
Say no more. What is sacrificed to Chemosh is endowed with eternal life. Teba, tell this man what it means to die for Chemosh.
To die for Chemosh is to live forever.
I will make a crown that will sparkle in the sun. It will glow with precious stones. It will be happy as a bride.
You disapprove of sacrifice?
Of human sacrifice.
Take Teba outside and wait for me. I've never heard sentiments like yours before. How do you come by them?
Through belief in a merciful God.
And where is this God? Show him to me.
He is invisible.
That makes it convenient for carrying him with you, does it not? Make the crown as I wish it. Deal with this person in the matter. Have him bring the crown to you. And remember my wishes. It must be radiant.
You will bring the crown to me in the sacrarium of the temple.
Yes, my lady.
Do you know where it is?
Yes, my lady.
Above all, remember the wish of her beneficence, that the crown be radiant, not gross and earthbound.
Radiant, lacks luster. They have mountains of gold and palaces full of jewels. They must use every bit of it.
Never mind their gold and jewels. Why don't you learn to hold your tongue?
You know how sensitive they are about human sacrifice?
Not sensitive enough.
Their ritual is their affair. You had no right to raise your voice against it.
Father, the thought of killing that child...
Keep such thoughts to yourself. Don't spoil things for the rest of us.
No, don't be foolhardy. We are still Judeans and they are Moabites. Don't forget that. They won't.
But, Mother, they don't even think of us as Judeans. Look at Orpah, Moabitess. Didn't she marry me? Aren't we accepted?
That is your happiness. You did speak foolishly, Maloney. But I'm glad of it.
O Chemosh, thou art the force of light.
To our enemies, give evil, plague, famine, and misery.
To our enemies, give evil, plague, famine, and misery.
To our king, grant health, strength, and enduring years of life.
To our king, grant health, strength,
and enduring years of life.
The artisan is here.
Admit him. We shall go on with this later. Fine. Very fine. That too. Show me the rest. Do you disapprove of disciplining slaves, as you do of sacrificing to the gods? Are you going to answer me?
My answer would offend you.
No more than you have already done. It is not wise to be lax with servants. It only encourages disobedience. One must be strong with them. You disagree?
I never confuse gentleness with weakness, my lady.
Is this more of the teachings of your invisible God?
Not exactly, although his laws forbid the striking of slaves. An abused slave can even sue his master for freedom.
Sue his master? This God of yours, has he a name?
He is known by many names. Elohim, Adonai, Jehovah. It matters not so long as one knows he exists. And I do.
If he's invisible, how do you know he exists?
Is it his invisibility that amuses you?
Among other things.
May I ask a question in all deference?
You may.
Suppose you wish to pray, but you're not near an image of Chemosh.
Then I go to him.
Well, suppose a soldier of Moab is wounded on a field of battle and cannot get to an image of Chemosh to pray for his life.
Then he thinks of Chemosh.
But the Chemosh he's thinking of is invisible at the time he thinks of him. In my work, gracious lady, I have sometimes repaired your God. Isn't it hard to believe that a God who cracks and crumbles and can be repaired by a mere artisan like myself can be the same God who makes the birds sing and the sun rise and set? How can a God whose own head gets broken mend the broken heads of his soldiers?
Tell me more about your Jehovah of the many names.
You have but to send for me any evening. Perhaps we can talk in the gardens, alone.
You will grow old waiting, artisan.
My name is Malone.
An impudent merchant.
What else did she say besides fine?
Oh, nothing important.
It was all genial.
Oh, there was even laughter.
Laughter? In the temple of Chemosh?
Mm-hmm.
I have been told it is always very grim.
No, not always. The festivals of fertility are far from grim. May I look one? Huh?
Is this the house of Malone?
It is. Enter.
A message for me from the temple. I've been sent for.
Something about our work?
No, nothing like that. The girl.
The young priestess.
She sent for you?
Be careful, Nahum. Even for a Moabite, it would be dangerous. For a Judean...
Oh, you make much of nothing. Have no fear, mother.
Lest you have the wrong notion, I must make clear why I sent for you.
That is not necessary, my lady. That you did is enough. And it pleases me very much.
There's no reason for you to be pleased, since it is not about you that I've been thinking, but your ridiculous God.
That was all I inferred.
Well, tell me more about him. Since you say your God is everywhere, perchance I am stepping on him right now.
Indirectly, yes, the earth being one of his creations.
The earth? Then you may as well claim that he made the moon too.
It is told that he made two great lights in the heavens, the greater to rule the day and the lesser to rule the night.
And all other luminous objects in the sky, I suppose.
Yes. And one closer by.
Why do you look at me like that?
Because you are so beautiful, so very beautiful. Don't you know that you are?
I have never thought about it.
No one has ever told you, no man has ever looked at you as I do.
If he has, I have not seen it.
You were not watching for it. Isn't it pleasant even for a priestess to be told that she is beautiful, especially when it's true?
Is beauty so important?
The beauty that's within, as I know it is with you.
How do you know?
I'm older than you, and the years teach.
Your teachings are strange to me. I will hear no more of them.
Don't be afraid of what I'm saying.
But I am afraid.
Perhaps tomorrow night when you are less afraid.
You are so young. You could be so beautiful one day.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just that I'm so happy for you.
Go, Teba. Put your crown among your other fittings. What are you doing here?
You haven't dismissed me. What's wrong with telling a child she's beautiful? Nothing, my lady.
You may go. Kira. I am sorry I struck you the other day.
Thank you, my lady.
You have been singularly honored. The king is making a journey throughout the land to see the many arms and precincts of his kingdom. He has asked for 4 of the most seemly of your rank to join the party. Comport yourselves well.
This will stand to exalt your greatness for all time, my king. Would it please your magnificence to see the entire figure? Order them to turn the platform.
You! 10 of you men, over here! Put your backs to it! Turn it around!
I've seen enough.
Have you enjoyed the journey?
Yes, my king.
What is your name?
Ruth.
When do you complete your purification?
In the spring, sire.
It will please me to welcome you to the royal household.
Thank you, sire. And as the prisoners were turning the platform, it began to give way. The statue of Chemosh started to tip. My heart stopped for a moment. I thought the king would be crushed. But luckily the platform held.
And only prisoners were crushed?
Yes, 3 of them, squashed like insects.
It must have been exciting.
Oh, yes, it was. Aren't you pleased to hear of my experience?
Fascinating.
But I haven't told you the best. His Magnificence the King actually spoke to me. He asked my name and how long before my purification would be complete. When I told him, he smiled and said he would be pleased to welcome me to his royal household.
All in all, a memorable journey for you.
You disapprove. I wish I'd never let you come.
Why? Why, Ruth?
Because you disturb and confuse me. I've been raised to serve Chemosh. He is my God, my only God, and he's been good to me.
How has he been good? No, I'm not challenging you. You mean he's given you comfort and position?
More than that, much
well,
more.
Tell me.
For one thing, when I was a child, I was chosen to be sacrificed. Suddenly, a blemish appeared on my arm, so they did not take me. But no sooner did another child replace me, than the blemish faded. Chemosh had spared me.
Perhaps it was a higher god than Chemosh who spared you. Besides, I thought being chosen for sacrifice was a coveted honor, yet you speak of being spared from it.
You've confused me, so I can't think.
I would rather give up the most important thing in my life, the joy of seeing you, than bring you distress. Shall I not come again, Ruth?
No. But please, Malone, no more talk about your people across the Jordan who are forbidden to punish slaves, who cannot beat the animals, or even harm a bird's nest. Please, Malone, tell me no more about your strange God with so many names and no face. This is all wrong. I was at peace until I met you. Perhaps it would be best if I don't see you again.
No.
My lady, my lady.
I will come again, whether you send for me or not.
No. If Kara's not watching out for you, they'll find you and kill you. You must go now.
I made it for you. The tablets of the law, God's law.
I cannot take it.
Cast it away if you like once you leave me, but keep it until then. I made it for you. Made it with great love. Such great love.
My lady. What is it, Teba?
I had a dream.
Come, tell me about it.
A golden bird came through my window. He had a silver beak, and his beak stabbed me here. And blood began to run.
It's nothing, Teba. Nothing, just a dream. There are alien gods who are jealous of you and envious of Chemosh. They try to frighten you with a bad dream. No, but they will fail, because Chemosh protects you. You must get your sleep. Your great day is coming close.
troubled. Tell me.
I've sinned. I've offended the God. I'm deep in sin, my Lord Haddock.
Let me judge of that.
I've doubted the ceremony of the sacrifice.
You've seen many sacrifices since you were old enough to understand. You had never doubted them before. What has happened, Ruth?
I talked with a man who believes no God could be pleased to accept the life of a child on the altar. I could not meet his questioning.
Who's the man?
Malon, the Judean artisan. He's a gentle, a kind man, and that makes my burden greater.
You have given heed to one of our old enemy. You are naive, my daughter. You have much to learn. Ruth, do you not know in your inward heart that this sacrifice of the virgin child is wholesome?
Yes.
That it brings fertility to the land?
Yes.
Do you not know that this sacrifice purges our land of sins and sustains us against our enemies?
Yes, my Lord. I know all this in my inward heart.
The ways of Chemosh are not to be questioned.
Yes, my Lord.
You have found favor in the king's eyes. In the spring, you will be a priestess of high station. You may even become one of the king's consorts.
You still have misgivings, Ruth?
No, my lady.
You are going to be stronger for your experience. Remember, you have the exalted honor and duty of leading the child Tabor to the altar tomorrow. Be at peace with yourself. Let the child Tabor be brought forth. Now, my child.
Oh, Chemosh, guard the force of light to our enemies. Give evil, plague, famine, and misery to our king. Grant health, joy, long and enduring years of life.
Eat. Eat.
I can't.
He's worried about what they'll do to Ruth.
Is he? I'm worried about what they'll do to us. I've got to go to her. Malone, come back. I told you time and again.
Easy with him, Elimelech. Have you never known folly?
Mother. Take it! It is my doing. I had no right to bring this down on you.
No. The sin is on my head. I am punished for leaving our people in Bethlehem in time of trouble. I was rich, but denied the poor. I had bread, but denied the hungry. I had substance, but took it with me.
Let's not cast lots for blame. We're past that now.
Get up! Get up!
Prisoner, did you have secret meetings with the daughter of the temple?
Yes?
Did you speak to her of an invisible power?
Yes.
To what end?
That she might learn of a God to whom the killing of innocent people is an abomination.
The killing of what innocent people?
Tabor, and all children slain on the altar of Chemosh. And the killing of my father and brother for even less purpose.
Artisan of Judah, you and your family came to Moab when there was a famine in your land. We gave you shelter and sustenance, and you repaid us by attempting to corrupt a priestess.
I have done injury neither to your land nor to a daughter of Moab. I repent nothing of my love for her, nor for having told her of a God of justice.
We shall teach you something of justice. The axe is too swift and kind for a tempter and corrupter. Your house and shop and all your possessions shall be seized in the name of the king, and you will be sent to the quarries for the rest of your life. Take him.
I hope your isolation has cleansed from you the blasphemies of the Judeans. Well, has it not, Ruth? Have not 6 months been long enough to purge your thoughts? Surely you would not want more time by yourself.
No, my lady. I should not.
Good. I bring you happy news. Chemosh has smiled on you. Thanks to the gracious intercession of the king, Your privileges have been restored. Tonight you will leave this room. Tomorrow you will begin the month of ultimate purification before you enter the king's household. You are to call on me for the services of my office.
You never to come here again.
I have brought my lady. It was not as you think, Mother of my
You
lord.
came to us many times before when we were still a family. You came bearing your lady's messages to my son, summoning him, no doubt, for her amusement. Each time you came, you brought death closer to my house.
Please believe me, I had no thought of betraying my lord. I have come to help.
I want no help from you.
If I were not fearful for your son's life, do you think I would come stealing here? If I did not care for him, would I carry these tablets with me?
Yes. I watched him make them with love and devotion. While you carried those in the one hand, in the other you carried a knife for the killing of a child. Both are stained with blood.
Could you put aside your bitterness long enough to restore your son to you?
What do you want?
I've planned for my lord's escape.
Escape? What can you do? A maiden and her slave.
These past weeks, Kira and I have secretly arranged that...
Yes, 2 guards are with us.
Don't refuse us, Mother of my lord. It is the only hope, and it must be tonight. For tomorrow I prepare to join the king's household. Please.
What do you wish me to do?
Kira will lead you to one of the caves on the Hebron road. Wait there, and I will bring Malone to you. I promise it. I will go with you, Mother.
May the Lord guide you.
Don't speak. The Lady Ruth is here to help you escape. Follow me.
We have scoured the city. The priestess Ruth and the prisoner are nowhere to be found. They seem to have vanished from sight.
Vanished, yes. But in what direction?
What direction, my lady?
If you were a priestess and had just opened the prison gate for accursed Judean, where would you go?
Judah, I suppose.
Then suppose you and your men set out and overtake them and bring them back.
I will try, my lord.
Indeed you shall. Now go.
Come, Mother. Sit. Rest. I will bring water. He taught me to care about living things, but he never told me of the pain of caring. Pain on entering the world, anguish on leaving it. But the interval between is worth it all. How can you say that in such an hour? Look around you at this hard wilderness. And what do you see but mourning women? Where is Malon's invisible God of mercy? Where are his blessings? You are one of them. You gave my son joy, and you sent him away with peace in his soul. I am grateful, my lady. Could you find it in your heart to call me Ruth? Yes. Yes, I will call you Ruth. And I will remember you with tenderness and love. Well, now, Mother, where will we go? There's only one place I can go, back to Bethlehem. But you, my daughter... I shall go with you. Oh, why should you come with me? You are pretty and young, and many a good man of Moab would wish to marry you. And your mother and father who love you even as I will want you by them to comfort their old age. Return, Orpah. I will do as you bid me. Farewell, Ruth, and may the Lord bless you. I'm not returning. Kira?
My lady.
You still have kindred in Ammon?
2 children and my father.
Then go to them. You are free.
Free, my lady?
Yes. And I thank you endlessly, my faithful Kira.
Goodbye, my lady. Peace, mother of Malone.
Find joy, Kira. If you are not returning, then where will you go? With you? With me? To Bethlehem? It's a long and hazardous journey. And who knows, you might even be pursued. And then a Moabitess in Bethlehem might not be welcome. You must go back with Orpah, my daughter, and may the Lord deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the dead and with me. I entreat you to return. Entreat me not to leave you or to keep from following you. Where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people. And your God, my God.
We crossed near here, on our way to Moab, 10 years ago. My boys were like young lions then, keen and eager for what lay ahead. I went where my husband led me. It was hard to leave Bethlehem. It is harder to return.
We caught him in the wadi. 2 others escaped.
We were hunting, I tell you. Just hunting.
Unbind him. He can hardly breathe. Perhaps you can help us. These sheep. How do you suppose they died?
Maybe from disease. I heard that pestilence is spreading.
And the shepherd boy. Did he die from the sheep's disease too?
Maybe the sun. The sun!
Yes, it is hot. You look thirsty. Have you no regard for a thirsty man? Don't you know the teachings of our fathers? If your enemy is hungry, give him meat. If he is thirsty, give him water.
Thank you, Master. Thank you.
No, not out of the skin. Fresh, flowing water. Go down there and drink at the water hole. Well, what is it?
I'm not thirsty.
Go down there and drink. So should it be to all Moabites. And let jackals do the rest.
Poor welcome for you to Judah. We'll go on before they ask us where we've come from.
Then we have lost her.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Ruth, favorite of the king, priestess of the temple, not only spurns all Moab, but delivers a Judean prisoner from under the noses of my officers. Think, Heddak! It is important for the kingdom that this priestess be punished. As to how, I'll leave that to you. Now go!
Esther? Do you remember me?
Is this Nahum, wife of Elimelech?
Widow. The Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me.
It does not go easy with me either. My Gavram died and I'm alone. Now I must glean in the fields like other poor people. Still, it's better than starving, even though you eat only what you pick up off the ground.
My daughter-in-law.
Welcome. You are from one of the northern tribes? Benjamin, perhaps?
No. I am from Moab.
Moab? Oh, don't speak of it. You think you're better. What with the drought? Oh, there's enough bitterness here, too. But where are you going to live?
If our old farm is still standing.
Oh, it's all gone to ruin. The well is dry, and the house. But still, it's away from the city. And for you, just come from Moab. It's just as well not to be seen much.
Eska, are you coming?
Yes, I'm coming. Do you know who that is? Naomi. And her daughter-in-law from Moab.
After your comfort in Moab.
You have taught me there are other comforts.
Not even a scrap to eat. My husband had 2 kinsmen here, Boaz and Tob, both men of means. Tob would only rebuff me. My husband was unkind to him. And as for Boaz...
What about Boaz?
It pains me to tell you that he was the man at the border.
The one who forced the Moabite to drink. Then don't go to either of them, Mother.
How will we live?
That woman rather well. If she can get along by gleaning, then so can we.
You glean.
They'll let me glean.
It's not a question of letting. The law gives widows and poor folk the right to glean, but I wouldn't let you.
Widows and the poor. Then I'm entitled twice over.
They come fair in Moab.
And from what I hear, they go loose.
Shut your mouth. I'm sorry I told you.
Tell me what happens in Moab, brother wise man.
Fertility rights. The wine flows freely, and everyone gets to know everyone else.
And you must get to know us better. The mighty man.
Is that a new gleaner?
Well, she's not old.
I am Boaz. Welcome to my field.
Thank you. Do I have your consent to gather after the reapers?
On one condition. That you glean in no other field, but stay fast here. You improve the look of the crop. And considering the drought, that would be very helpful. Have my men been annoying you?
I have managed not to hear them.
I will charge them not to trouble you. You let me know if you lack for anything. The Lord be with you.
How can the Lord be with a Moabitish heathen? Does she think we are made of stone like her gods, that her being among us is not a mockery?
You are a Moabitess?
Yes,
What are you doing in Judah?
I am the widow of a Judean.
You think that makes you one of us? There is a law here that we shall treat strangers as we do ourselves, even Moabites. It is not my favorite law, but I obey it.
Do you obey all your laws so grudgingly?
Our hospitality is not without limits. Just make sure you worship none of your hot-bellied idols here. We are very short with idolaters.
Would you then put my head in a pool of poisoned water?
What do you know of that?
We saw you work justice in the border village.
Who is we?
My mother-in-law and I. Naomi, widow of Elimelech. I came with her from across the Jordan.
On this side of the Jordan, we do not coddle murderers of children.
My husband told me that your law requires at least 2 eyewitnesses to any mortal crime. Where were your witnesses?
I will not be preached to by a Moabitess, especially one whom I suffer to glean in my field.
Suffer no more. I have a widow's right to glean here. I do not need your consent. The only kindness I ask is that you and your hirelings leave me to my work.
So be it.
I'll never go back to his field. I'll glean elsewhere. I'd rather eat grains of sand than his barley.
I don't understand. The folly, the blindness of hating all of the people. As though Moab were a great serpent and every Moabite a serpent's egg.
You spoke of another kinsman. What is he like?
So, the stars are not as distant as that man.
In what way?
In every way. I am sent by the house of Boaz. What have you there? Oil and barley, figs and olives?
Please return them.
You don't want it? Neither of you?
Of course, I have no right to speak for your share.
Take it back and thank your master.
Which of the two refused?
Both?
What did the young one say?
The young one? Please return them.
Return them, huh? Well, they'll accept these provisions and more.
Ruth! Look. It's back again, and more of it.
Lord be with you, Nahum. And welcome home.
Thank you, Boaz.
Sorry to hear about your family.
Am I to take this as some kind of apology?
For what?
For publicly insulting my daughter, Ruth?
Yes, the Lord lets you insult me and say I owe you an apology? I don't like an offer of food thrown back in my face.
I don't like charity thrown in mine. Who gave you the right to tell Ruth she was not welcome?
Oh, we Judeans were born and raised into that right. I cannot pretend to welcome anyone from her land.
And don't pretend to welcome me.
You're a Judean.
So is she.
She's a Moabitess, a stranger.
You choose to forget the law that strangers must be welcomed among us.
Be that as it may. I didn't mean to shout. This is no way for a man to welcome a kinswoman. I spoke in anger.
So did I, Boaz. For years, I've carried a warm image of you in my heart. I'm disappointed to find you changed.
Well, a man is what he is.
Let him be what he wants to be. In the meantime, no use leaving this food for the ants.
Well, it seems the Moabitess has left us for a toad's acre.
A good thing, thank the Lord.
Is that Boaz riding up?
Yes.
Think of the honor, Ophiel. As though the Holy Ark itself were coming to my door.
Let old wounds be.
Peace be with you.
Peace to you. Have you come to give me back the field that rightfully belongs to me, and the water with it?
No, Toad. And I haven't come to hear you complain of it either.
Then what do you want?
Do you remember our kinswoman, Naomi?
Quite well. Who could forget her? And our beloved Elimelech.
Elimelech is dead, he and his sons. Naomi has come back with a Moabite daughter-in-law, and they need help.
Then help them.
They won't accept it from me. I had some hard words with the Moabites, and you are closer kin than I.
I may be close akin, but I'm no less a Judean than you. Just because you go out with your border guard is no reason for me to sanction any Moabite you let into our land. I don't like Moabites any more than you.
But we can't let them glean or beg or go hungry.
I can.
But they're our kinsfolk, too. If you won't help them and let me do it through you, you owe Naomi that much.
I owe her nothing.
She has suffered much.
Don't waste my time on pity for Naomi. And as for the Moabitess, you can tell her for me that...
Tell her yourself she's gleaning in your field now.
I will.
The law protects gleaners, remember.
Law or no law. Where is the Moabitess?
Naomi.
Peace, Tob. Come in.
Naomi, you have wounded me.
Ah? How?
You've been here for days and you didn't let me know.
Well...
Is that any way to treat a kinsman? And who is this lovely?
My daughter-in-law, Ruth. She's a Moabitess.
Oh, you say that as though it were an apology. Don't you know our sacred teaching that we are to treat strangers as ourselves?
Yes, I know. I'm glad you have not forgotten.
Oh, I have a good memory. In fact, I thought about you many times. I was concerned about your family, and now you return after the sad events in Moab, and you hide yourself.
Well, there's a little matter of pride.
With one's own family. Oh, forgive me, but this is no way for the widow of Elimelech to live. I'm going to send my workmen to repair the roof, to patch these walls, and work your land. I'll send food and clothing, too.
The years and prosperity have mellowed you.
Even a cabbage ripens. Well, I was just passing by. I must go now. Good day, Naomi. Good day, Ruth. Have peace.
Peace, Tob.
And you feared he would rebuff you. Why, he's as warm as Boaz is cold.
Maybe one is too cold and the other too warm.
Naomi! Oh, never carry such burdens. While I'm away, you must let my workmen do it for you.
You are leaving?
Oh, not for long. I go to Hebron to buy sheep. Now, in my absence, you and Naomi must not hesitate to ask my men if you lack for anything. I have instructed them.
Your kindness, I can't begin to...
Not a word. And when I return, I hope you will know even more fully the bounties of kinship in Judah. No.
Baby.
Where we come from, it's being said there is an idolatress among you.
A Moabite priestess.
There is no Moabite priestess here. You do not speak like Judeans. Where do you come from?
From Reuben, near the border of Ammon.
Well, what is it that you've heard in Reuben?
I heard this idolatress came with a Judean woman.
Said to be the widow of a man named Elimelech.
She means Naomi. Naomi did bring a Moabitess with her.
What business is it of you people in Reuben? Who comes here?
No business at all. I just mentioned the rumor and nothing more.
Water is scarce. We have none for idolaters.
Why don't you ask your stone god for water?
She's an idolatress. Curse her, Ben-Hadad. Call the vengeance of God down on her.
Idols? God has said you shall make no idols, nor set any image of stone in your land. If you despise his statutes and abhor his judgments, you shall lose your children. Your cattle shall be destroyed.
Guilt is written across her face. She can say nothing.
Where are your idols?
Take your stone idols and leave our land before God strikes you dead.
You are a hateful woman. You are not worthy to speak God's name.
Leave her alone. Get along. Don't stare. You got your water, then leave. Don't ever trust this to a woman, Benadab.
Confess thy iniquity. Fear the Lord, for he will send his pestilence among you, and destroy your idols, and cast you into...
Yes, old man, I know.
God's blessings on thee. And you too. Peace be with you.
Poor old madman.
Thank you, Boaz. Thank you for your kindness. Come.
Since I bring nothing with me this time, perhaps you'll not turn me away.
We turn nobody away who comes in peace. Come, break bread with us.
Thank you, I've eaten.
Then sit and join us.
I've been thinking about what happened at the well.
Why? What happened?
Well, nothing really. We simply met there by chance, and I asked if I could come by.
I should have mentioned it was Boaz who caught the runaway. The donkey.
Yes. Well, don't make me a hero. The beast came running at me, and...
Oh. And so in gratitude you invited our kinsman to visit us. Well, I'm pleased. Perhaps you'll have some wine with us, Boaz. Excuse me.
I didn't tell her because it would only have worried her.
What did Malone tell you about us Judeans?
Enough to bring me here.
Did he explain our hatred of Moab?
No. There was no malice in his heart. He hated nothing except cruelty.
Well, there has been a long, hard history between our countries. Wars, loathing of each other's gods. Some of us lost parents and brothers to Moab. Others lost children, as you saw on your way to Bethlehem. Does it surprise you that that's in our blood to fear and hate Moabites?
And you are content with that?
I was.
Was?
I used to think that hate belonged in our blood.
And now?
Now I'm not so certain.
But others are, though.
Only a few. Those who forgot the teachings of our fathers. And those who were as bitter as I was.
Like the women at the well.
Yes, and that's why I've come here. You must leave Judah, Ruth. At least for a while. Go north to one of our other tribes, where people are not molested by Moabites, not inflamed and ready to cast blame on a scapegoat. Go, Ruth. I will see you and Naomi safely there.
No. Naomi's home is here. If she and I are strangers in Judah, we should be even more alien elsewhere. Besides, would another tribe be any quicker than your people to believe why I left Moab and came to this side of the Jordan?
Why did you come here, Ruth? Because you love Naomi. And?
And because I saw a new light in her beliefs, in her God.
Ruth, I've never seen the people so aroused. You must not go to the marketplace or even to the well alone.
If I'm to stay here, I must go everywhere alone and unafraid. Oh, they'll think I'm all they suspect of me.
After a while, perhaps, but not now. Please let me help. It is not the first time I've offered to help. You accepted only from Tob.
He never threatened.
Nor shall I ever again.
What made you change?
A number of things. Mostly you. Seeing myself through your eyes. I think I needed that.
Thank you.
I suppose it would be unseemly of me to compete with Tob in ephahs of barley and casks of oil. But I have the right to ask one thing of you. Promise me that if you and Naomi ever need help of any kind, you will come to me.
Thank you again.
Don't thank me. Promise.
I promise.
You will be angry at me. But after all the trouble you've taken, I must go back to my fields.
You cannot have one cup with this boy.
I'm late now.
One of Tob's honey cakes, perhaps?
Oh, now I must go. Peace, Naomi. Peace be with you, Ruth.
That is the Boaz I remembered.
Oh, Mother, he's so different from the way he was before. He's so very like. Or is it only his wanting to help that makes me think makes me feel the way I do?
No, it's not that. How can you mistake what it is? What do you want here? Who gave you the right to trample on my grounds?
Where are the idols? Bring out the idols.
There are no idols.
You brought that idol worshiper into our midst. Tell her about the wells.
Our cattle are dying because of her.
What are you saying? Why because of her?
God has shown his anger ever since she came.
Yes, and if our children suffer from this, their blood will be on your head.
We'll all perish unless you rid us of her.
Come, the idols are in the house.
Not one more step. If you have complaints, take them to Shammah and the elders and let them judge. And leave us alone.
Indeed, we will make our voices heard by the elders. And when we're through with our complaints, there'll be very little comfort left for you. Or time for you. Come, let us go to Shammah.
Don't fear, Mother.
I do fear. There's no charge graver than idolatry. It's a stoning offense. I don't know where to turn, what to do.
Mother, I shall go to Boaz. He said he would help.
Yes.
You heard him. He made a promise to come if we needed help.
Yes. Go, my daughter. Ask his help.
You have come to see my master?
I have great need to see him.
He was just summoned to the Council of Elders. I will take you there.
Thank you.
I know what happened. Shameful. The judges are as disturbed about it as I. We're meeting now. fear nothing. You had better wait for me.
It's not a question of opinion. It's your duty to convene the elders and sit in judgment of the widow.
Do you agree with that? Yes. And you, boys?
By all means. The widow Hagar has shamefully violated one of our most...
We're not speaking of Hagar, but of Ruth.
Ruth? Well, Hagar and her rabble viciously attacked two peace-abiding women, and you're going to sit in judgment of Ruth?
The actions of Hagar and the others are a disgrace. They will be reprimanded. But the charges that have been brought against the Moabitess are very...
Moabitess. She is no longer a Moabitess. I, for one, will not consent to judge a woman for fetching water from a public well.
Do not mock us, Boaz. You younger judges are here only because your fathers gave their blood to uphold our laws. If this woman is innocent, if she is not an idolatress, she will be free. But if she is guilty, it is our duty to see that she is punished according to the law.
Innocent or guilty, I will not judge her.
You are going to defy the law?
You would put us to scorn and divide the city?
I will not judge her.
Boys, the people count on the wisdom of their elders to seek out truth. Do not contemn the judges of Judah.
Ruth is the daughter of my kinswoman, Naomi. I will not judge her.
How little you fear God. What if Abraham, when God commanded that he sacrifice Isaac, replied, "No, Isaac is my only son. I cannot do this."
Leave Isaac to Abraham and Abraham to God. And leave me to myself.
Blasphemy.
And judge me too.
What if it is true that Ruth has been a priestess in the temple of Chemosh, as is rumored?
A priestess? The wife of a Judean who renounced idolatry? Who of her own free will chose to come among us with her destitute, bereaved mother-in-law? You ask me to believe that this gleaner in our fields was once a priestess of Chemosh?
If it could be proven, would you judge her?
If it can be proven that Ruth was a priestess in the temple of Chemosh, I will be the first to sit in judgment of her.
Will you swear it?
I swear it.
That's all we ask. I hope it never comes to pass that your oath binds you.
It will not. It's absurd. There is a marketplace gossip that you were once a priestess in the temple of Chemosh.
I was. But what have they decided to do about those who threaten Naomi? Are they going to judge them?
No. To judge you.
And will you sit with them?
I must. Let her go in peace.
What happened? Boaz. I will not help. I'm weary, oh God. Weary of life. Weary of calamity. My husband taken from me, my son. My daughter. I've blighted her life. Out of love for me. She is defamed and humiliated. Oh, Lord, I entreat thee. Do what you want with me, but spare her. That her days of grief may not be without ending.
Peace be with you.
Who are you?
Jerome?
Are you a holy man?
We are all holy in the eyes of God. There will be water from many wells. Many wells. Trouble your heart no more. Be strong through this time. For from the widow of your son will issue children, and children's children, numbering among them a great king and a royal house, and a prophet whom many will worship as the Messiah. Can you spare bread for a hungry traveler?
If 3,000 of our people were put to death for only once having worshipped a golden calf, then shall a Moabitess who worshipped Chemosh all her life be spared for a worse iniquity?
As the Lord lives, I will sit quiet no longer. What if she had been a priestess in Moab? She was not then under the law of our land, but of another land. The land that had given her birth, and that was in the far past. She is now a true daughter of Judah.
We shall soon find out. Will the Moabitess Ruth deny that she worshipped false gods across the Jordan?
So did Zipporah, the wife of Moses, worship false gods. Was not her father a priest in the service of an alien god? If the Lord our God accepts, who are we to refuse?
Wait, we shall see whether the Lord our God accepts. Did you instruct children in the rituals of Chemosh?
Yes.
Did you teach them that to die for Chemosh was noble and good?
Yes.
Did you lead them to the altar to be slain?
Yes.
And did you not then stand by and watch their bodies thrown into the flames of Chemosh?
Yes.
When did you last perform these rites? Speak. Was it a very long time ago, years ago?
No, it was within past months.
Is this what Boaz calls the far past?
Well, Boaz,
If Boaz has naught to say, then I do.
I have just returned to the city from a field to find talk of stoning among us. Are we so thirsty for blood that we must accuse a woman of a crime to which there is no proof?
The proof was in the calamity that fell on us when she came.
The rain's not wet you, woman. The drought has ended. Our crops have been spared. We'll have a richer harvest than ever.
Shammah, judges, people of Bethlehem, we have been taught that every accused person comes to judgment pure of guilt until his wrongdoing is proven. Our law demands at least 2 eyewitnesses to any crime performed upon our soil. Where are the 2? Where's 1?
They are here. 2 eyewitnesses.
You are out of our brethren of the tribe of Reuben?
Yes, I am Elzar, son of Rechel.
And you?
I am Sein, son of Cushan, also of the tribe of Reuben.
Melzar and Sein, you swear a holy oath to speak in truth?
We do.
Then tell us, Melzar.
Early one morning, we chanced by the fields of Naomi. And there, in the faint light that comes before dawn, we saw the widow Ruth leaving the house of Naomi, bearing in her arms an idol of stone. She set it on a mound and fell to her knees and worshipped.
What was the idol?
It was Chemosh, the god of Moab.
If it was not yet light, how do you know it was Chemosh?
By the flame burning in its middle.
I pray you, a word to our brother from Reuben.
Speak, Naomi.
You are a son, as we all are sons and daughters of Jehovah.
Yes.
Name the 12 tribes of Israel.
Am I here like some criminal to answer the questions of...
The widow Naomi questions your being one of us. Answer her.
Why, there's Judah, and Dan, and Reuben, and Benjamin, and Asher. There are many of us who can't name all the tribes.
But we all must know the 10 Commandments. Do you?
How many of them do you know, idolatress?
All. I would be grateful if you could remember only the 9th. Do you? It is, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Perhaps, Melzar, you have a poor memory. This then requires no memory. Would you and your brother from Reuben bless the name of Jehovah and curse the name of Chemosh?
Well, will you?
Blessed be the name of Jehovah! Honor and glory to the name of Chemosh!
Twice over, you have doomed yourselves. You have blasphemed the name of the Lord. You have borne false witness against the widow. Let there be done to you as you would have done to Ruth. Is there any support left for the charge of idolatry against the widow Ruth? The matter is settled. Ruth shall stay among us. Those who threatened her shall ask her forgiveness, and let none molest her again. None.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Tob. Thank you for your belief in me.
I did only what was necessary. Naomi? I had to do what I did. I pledged myself to sit in judgment.
I understand.
Well, Naomi, we have won.
Yes, Tob, but you have my gratitude.
No, I won't release you with only that. I have a boon to ask of you.
Of course.
I would be honored if tomorrow you'd come and have a cup of wine with me.
With pleasure. I'll ask Ruth.
No, not Ruth. I'd like to talk with you alone.
How do you know Ruth loves you?
How do you know she doesn't? Is she interested in someone else?
I cannot speak for her.
But you are trying to. See here, Naomi, haven't I courted her? Haven't I repaired your farm? I've sent her spices, ointments, food, clothes. She's accepted them all.
I don't believe Ruth measures love by the ability to help or provide. If she did, she'd have very little use for me.
Didn't I defend her when the rabble...
You were eloquent. We know that, and we thank you for it.
Is she fond of another man?
I've told you I cannot speak for her.
I think you can.
All that matters is what Ruth feels.
No. No, it is you. You hate me because of my contempt for your husband. Well, let me tell you, it doesn't matter what Ruth feels. She is obliged to become my wife.
Obliged?
Are you feigning ignorance? Or have you forgotten the Leverett law? The law that the next of kin of a deceased man has the right, even the obligation, to marry his widow? Well, I am your nearest male kin.
So you are.
Good. Then you see it. And when you think it over, you will be happy with my decision. Now go back to Ruth and tell her, tactfully, of my intention to announce our betrothal tomorrow.
Yes. I will tell her. I will tell her. I'll tell her. I should have remembered the Leverett law before we ever reached the banks of the Jordan. And I should have remembered Tob better.
He bids you come to the harvest celebration tonight, wearing it. He asks if you have any word to send him.
Only peace.
That is all?
That is much. I'm not going to any celebration.
Ruth, you are going. You must go. Because there is one way, one possible way. Yes. For the first time, I beg you to do something for me. Will you promise?
Promise what?
Never mind, just promise. Trust me. I would rather die than bring you hurt. But promise blindly.
I promise.
Go to the harvest celebration tonight. I will go with you. And when the night wears on, and then we women go home, stay. It is a custom for the men to remain by the winnowed grain on this night. Wait until Boaz goes to sleep. Mark the place where he lies down. Then lie beside him.
Naomi, what are you saying?
Do you not love him?
Why, how can you ask that?
Think about it. Do you love Boaz?
Even if I did love him, how could I possibly do what you ask?
Please, Ruth, do not question me. I know Boaz, and I know you. Do as I ask. Promise me.
This is an important night for you, Master.
Quiet!
My master, you must have a clear head.
You're betrothed and drunk.
Here comes my bride. Ruth, you're beautiful. I knew you'd look beautiful in my dress. Worth all the time you kept me waiting. Peace, Naomi. Well, we have something to celebrate, eh? I'm going to announce to the Council of Elders tomorrow morning that Ruth is to be my bride.
Happens every
Who? I was dreaming of you. And you are here. I wanted so much to explain.
There's no need. I've always understood.
I love you, Ruth. I've loved you from the day we met in my field.
It must have been God's goodness that brought me to your field that day. Perhaps he's been directing me to you all my life.
I want you for my wife.
But the Leverett law. Tob is next of kin. He's going to claim his right to me before the elders in the morning.
I will get him to renounce his right.
But what if he refuses?
Never. He will yield. I will make it worth his while. Have no fear. If I know Tob, he will come to terms. He likes property. It will be light soon. Go now, my Rose. No one must see us together before this is settled. There must be no more suspicion to hurt you.
I love you.
You to marry him.
How did you divine he would?
I did not divine it. I had help. The day Boaz said he would sit in judgment, I prayed for you. A holy man came to the well and told me.
That I would marry Boaz?
He told me that from the widow of my son would issue children and children's children, numbering among them a great king, a royal house, and a prophet that many will worship as the Messiah.
From me? A Moabitess?
Yes, from you, my daughter. And who but Boaz could father such a family? Have no doubts. I believe the holy man, and so must you.
I want to, Mother. I want to.
Shoshana will be angry with me. So much happened last night, I forgot about her. May God forgive me. There's a law that no day must pass without milking a full animal, lest it suffer.
Is there anything that has not been put to law in Judah?
Yes. There's no law that limits a cup from running over. Coming, my little flower, coming. Coming.
I have failed. Tob will not renounce his claim. I offered him everything I own. Even now, he's announcing your marriage before the elders.
No. No, it cannot be.
It is. It's the law.
The law? All I've heard since I came here is the law. The law. What kind of justice binds a widow to a man she can never love? The law.
It is meant to be kind, not harsh. Meant to keep alive the inheritance of the dead. But for that law, I would not be here. My mother was such a widow. I know that's of small comfort to you, Ruth. If only there was some way.
Ruth!
I must leave. My family is going to Tob's wedding.
Go.
Aren't you going?
No.
Like it in all Bethlehem.
Feel like the petals of a rose.
Yes. Tob manages to get only the best. God's will.
But it is lovely.
You are a lucky bride. Such a good man and so rich.
They are both lucky.
Please. Thank you.
Welcome to.
Welcome. I cannot tell you what satisfaction it gives me to see you here. Oh, there. Wine for Boaz. Wine for everybody. Eat, drink, dance. Rejoice with us. For when has Bethlehem seen a more joyous day?
Certainly are cheerful for a groom.
I am cheerful, old routine. I wish I could tell every person here how my heart overflows with joy today. And as the Lord lives, I believe I will.
Brought you to our land and kept you from harm. They will keep us strong. Every happiness.
Silence, all of you. Listen to me.
Silence, all of you. Tob would speak.
A few thoughts. Dear friends, before my bride joins me. God has been good to the tribe of Judah.
Yes.
In which Elimelech, may his soul rest in peace, and Naomi and myself are kinsmen. Yes, the Lord has been good to us. Has he not given Naomi back to us, and granted us the rains? And crowning all, has he not turned the footsteps of Ruth to our city, and may mingle her blood with that of a proud house? My fair bride and dear Naomi, praise for you both has just been on my lips. Speak, Ruth. Say if it is not true that your heart is in this land, that you obey our law and trust in the Lord, and honor my claim to you.
It is true, Tob, that my heart is in this land. It is true that I obey the law, and that my trust is in the Lord. It is true that I honor your claim to me, my honorable kinsman. But it is also true that I do not love you.
Have no fear, you will in time.
I shall try.
Good. I'm a patient man, and I welcome your truthfulness.
Then I must keep nothing from you. I must tell you everything that is in my heart.
Of course.
You have the right to know that on the night of the harvest celebration, I sought out Boaz on the threshing floor.
As you say, woman of Moab. I have always upheld the law, and because I intend to keep on doing so, I will permit no wanton to come into my house and bear my name.
Then give up your claim to her. According to the custom of our fathers, take off your shoe and give it to me as a sign of renouncement. As next of kin, I will marry her. Ruth of Moab, widow of Malone, swear with me that nothing passed between us on that night or any other time except spoken vows of love.
By the holy commandments, I swear it.
We are without blemish in this matter. Jehovah is witness to this, our oath, between us and between him forever.
You have sworn a holy oath, sworn that your word is truth, and bound your souls with the bond. Go in peace, my children. Go with God's blessings as man and wife.
So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife, and she bore him a son. And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom and became nursing to it. And they called the name of the son Obed, and Obed was the father of Jesse, and Jesse was the father of David, the king.